Okay, worked that time. Perfect. All right. Whew.
We're live. Yay!
Yeah, JCast ready to lock in for October as we are one day late on LangTime Chat and didn't do anything, and there wasn't a poll this week. We are kind of locked in, as in next week at, well, not at this time, at a lot earlier or later, depending on how you look at it. We will be in Edinburgh, Scotland for Kopikon II.
Yay!
And we will actually have a stream on Thursday with everybody who's in attendance, because Kopikon II will be the next day on Friday, October 10th. But yeah, so next week, which is the 9th, there will be a stream, and it will be at, I think, 7:30 a.m. Pacific time, I think.
I don't know.
Somewhere
How about
around
you
there.
announce it in Edinburgh time and let people do the math?
Well, I actually don't know what time it's going to be then either.
Oh, isn't it 3:30? Karis, are you here? Karis,
Well,
save us.
I've set it for 3:30, but I don't know if we're going to start at 3:30.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it.
So somewhere around then.
Yeah, somewhere around 3:30. Somewhere
Okay.
around 3:30. But we have been preoccupied with a lot, not just preparing for Kopikon, but very exciting, but also very nerve-wracking. Various people are receiving copies of Jesse's book, which is out now, but we have not. Like, we'd show you what a physical copy looked like if we had one, but we don't. Jesse didn't even get a review copy or anything. So several people have received them. Carl has gotten one. Jake has gotten one. Who else? Danielle has gotten one.
Mm-hmm.
And the, physical locations of these people don't really make sense.
They're all over.
Like, if only Jake had gotten one, be like, okay, it's, they're coming to the UK first, sure.
Well, and I would say East Coast, because Carl and Danielle are both on the East.
Coastish,
As is, I believe, on Blue Sky, the user whose name I feel like I'm going to get the vowels mixed up, but I know by sight, Iliovar.
I thought he was in Brazil.
I thought
Sorry.
East Coast. Anyway,
Sorry.
okay.
Sorry.
Never mind, I don't know. But then,
It's closer to Jesse.
yeah. Someone else we know and love lives on the East Coast, and their book may get to them by December.
Yeah.
So I literally have no idea.
We think it's who
I
you
keep
ordered
checking the
from.
front door just to be like, is it here yet? Is it here yet? But because I would love to hold a copy in my hands.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So hopefully someday soon. Hopefully someday before we leave for Kopikon. That would be nice. We leave here next Tuesday. Later. So, even if it hasn't arrived by Tuesday morning, we've got pretty much the whole day for it to arrive.
We also I will say this, and I will just say it and send out a little hope into the universe. We did order copies to try to have something that we could sell at Kopikon for people who couldn't get it or want it there in person. But I can't guarantee, I don't know. We ordered them and had them sent to, someone there in Edinburgh, and we'll find out if they made it.
I don't. Hannah would let us know if they arrived.
No, but I mean, I know they haven't yet.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we'll find out by next week if they've made it.
Yeah.
So.
I think Jesse suggested a theory, which may be right, that they only had a limited amount at the beginning, and so they triaged them.
Yeah.
And so maybe if you ordered on Amazon super early, then you got it. And if you didn't order soon enough, then you're getting a date of December or something.
Because they don't know when they'll be restocked.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they'll be restocked
we'll
sooner, but we will see. And Danielle, to be clear, I didn't get a physical review copy. I of course got the PDF, and so I saw the mock-up of pages as the book would be laid out in a PDF, but no, I never received a physical review copy. And as far as I know, not lot, if any, academic publishers do physical review or advanced reader copies.
Yeah.
It's really just all, here's your PDF, does it look right? And that's what it is. So,
Oh.
and it was real exciting because David knows this. The PDFs that I got looked different on my end than the PDFs they had in their system. And so I was sending back corrections that they were like, we have no idea what you're talking about format wise. And so I sent a screenshot of what I was seeing, and they were like, oh, that's not what our PDF looks like. So yeah, I'm going to be real excited to see these
Yeah.
tables and charts.
By the way, Matisse said they're surprised that Jesse didn't get an author copy. Jesse is getting an author copy. This is the one that hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah, and no idea when it will arrive. And so they will send physical ones
Yeah.
after the fact, but yeah, not before the fact.
Yeah, this isn't one she just ordered for herself. This is the one she's supposed to be given. And yeah, I kind of thought that one would be the first to show up.
If I remember correctly, I get one paperback and one hardback.
There you go.
And so I think I'll have 2 copies of my book for myself. But yeah, no, we had a lot of family members asking, like, oh, you'll have like a whole box sent to you. So like, can I get one? And it's like, no, I literally get a book for myself. So
it's
no.
a very different world, academic publishing. And I think on their end, like that publisher, I think perhaps they're experiencing a bit of culture shock from us as well, since this is more of a crossover title than I think everything else they've ever published.
An introduction to syntax.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anyway, so there was that. The other
thank you, Jonathan.
the other news.
I love my mug.
It's Le Creuset. The other news is that we were worried that it wasn't going to arrive, but it did. Those of you who saw the little stream, either when we were doing it or later, the actual prototype for Sovala has arrived.
And don't get those cards out of order, David.
I know.
I ordered all the cards.
Oh, this is fantastic. So this is all the rabbits. Yeah, everything is ordered. Yeah, honestly, it looks great. It looks really, really good. And so everything is ordered. Everything is ready. I have Jesse already spied a mistake that I made, another mistake that I made. So
It's a baby mistake.
yeah.
We'll have to see what makes most sense for people playing with that character if it gets used.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just have to see what they would prefer to do. To say what the mistake was, it was that a piece of art where 2 of the dog characters got switched on the cards, but the stand-in for the game itself, the piece you'll use as your player character, did not get switched. And so effectively on your card, you're going to see pictures of one dog, but then the matching star-rated player on the player piece is of a different dog.
Yeah.
And they're exactly just reversed.
And
so.
the little standy guy that you move around, that one's correct. The card that I was responsible for, that's the one that was wrong. So
They were right by each other.
makes sense too. When you look at the dogs, like one of them looks a lot fiercer than the other.
Well, one had to try to look fiercer. He's only 2 stars. So he had to be like, "Rrr."
That is the logic behind the cards, not the standees.
So anyway, but it's a small little thing, and quite frankly, I don't know that we'll ever have both of those dogs in play because there are 98 characters to choose from. And so I think it would be actually surprising if we had both of those particular dogs in play. And when they're not both in play, I think it's just like, make sure everybody knows.
Yeah.
You know, your cards are clearly going to show what level they're at, so.
I always imagined games of 5-on-5, but now that we played it several times, and I doubt this one will be much different, 5-on-5 takes a long time. And so 3-on-3 seems to be the sweet spot. So yeah, it does seem unlikely. But now that 5-star soldier, he's pretty good. Or he's not a soldier anymore, he's a defender.
Yeah, defender. I know I'm going to get really confused for a while until I remember the new terminology more thoroughly. As it is right now, I'm kind of going back and forth in my head on what's what.
I know.
That's all right.
It's my bad. Anyway, all right. So, to catch everybody up, yeah, we didn't do a poll. I didn't think of one in time, and also I was busy doing a lot of other things.
It's also difficult because we're at the stage in the
us.
language where, quite frankly, we're just still working on it because we're waiting to start the next season.
Yeah, because this is, in fact, this is going to be the last episode of season 7. And so we are all done, which is really cool because I was excited about getting this first expansion out or done for this playtest because it's really done. It's like done. And so I wanted to test it to make sure that the new classes worked. They're the only ones that haven't been tested yet. I know plenty what I want to do with future expansions, but they are so far in the future that it really doesn't matter at this point. So then the next season, season 8, is going to be the Bat language. And I'm very excited about this language. I wasn't really before, but there was nothing that jumped out to me. But I have a very specific idea for the direction of this language. And it was based on a joke. It just kind of happened. It was in the Kopikon channel. I don't know. We were talking about Arthur's Seat, and then and Madeline was talking about it. I guess Madeline does a lot of hiking, but there are several different ways up to Arthur's Seat, some of which are much more aggressive than others. The type of thing where I think an experienced hiker would say, oh, it's not that big a deal and it's shorter. But then the two of us would look at it and say, oh, you mean there are parts where you actually have to do this, huh? Anyway, somehow the conversation went, there was joking and there was talking about jumping off Arthur's Seat. And then Madeline said, it's like, okay, but maybe no group deaths at Kopikon. And then I reacted to it because I thought that was funny with NGDAK. No group deaths at Kopikon.
Got you.
And I think it was Jake that commented like that this was a pretty cool word form. And I was like, that is a cool word form. Like, ndak, if you can imagine, right? And so now it was like one of those moments, like, one of those 60s kaleidoscope psychedelic moments where I was like, ooh.
Gonna get another tapakla.
Not necessarily. No, this one would be much easier to pronounce. More like a better njama. But like, I was thinking, what if there were prenasalized stops that dissimilated?
Wow, so we're going to go back to Ngala days, but do something different with those prenasalized stops.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway.
And yes, Madeline, you were not only participant, but I would say key instigator.
Yeah. Yeah. There was really nothing before that.
And I do want to say, as people are calling it the hard part, listen, David and I have done, and I enjoy hiking, and so I've done a lot more hiking than David has, I think, just out of the fact that I enjoy it more, so I have actually pursued it in my past. Going up things is never the issue for me. It's coming back down, because you don't know how strong your joint muscles around your knees need to be until you're coming downhill and have a knee that at any point can give out and send you flying. And so I just want to say, it's downhill that's an issue, And I have knees that don't function. One knee in particular that I had to have completely surgically rearranged. And so it is what it is. And I need to avoid certain difficult aspects of hiking, especially if it's an area prone to rain with slippery mud.
Yeah, really, like, if this world were just, there should be some sort of a little backpack that I would carry Jesse on as we walk around places. Because, you know, I go nuts with that stuff. My joints are great. I bang them up.
I will say that, yeah, David does go nuts on that. And in fact, twice now has left me on a hike behind because I couldn't go as fast down areas with terrain where I just had to go slower because of my knee. And suddenly there was one spot in particular where I looked around and I was alone in a forest with no other person around me. And I thought, if I die right now, I will die alone. You left me in a Finnish forest. You ran back to the car. You couldn't leave without me. What were you doing?
No, I thought we had discussed this. The idea was that, like, I would, you know, get there, get back to civilization and call and say, like, can you hold the plane for us?
Oh, David. And this phone didn't work.
It was just like in the Paris airport.
So yes, David can run much faster. I did survive the Finnish forest, in case anyone's worried. This is not a ghost. I survived. I came out on the other side.
Yeah.
And I looked David in the eyes and said, never again can you leave me when we're hiking. You cannot leave me behind. After that, he did leave me behind again, but you left me with two people to help me down the hill after we got married.
Yeah.
David hiked ahead.
Yeah.
We were married. He was done.
Yeah. I got what I needed up at the top of that hill.
Oh, man.
Anyway, but, shoot. I was going to say something else. Oh, yeah, and then our flight was massively delayed.
Yes.
So we got to the airport and, like, it was delayed like 2 hours. Tiny little airport in northern Finland. Anyway, okay, I'll be right back.
David's not brave enough. Oh my god. Yeah, Tethys. It was, so we had to hike up, and we chose the shortest route to get to the top of the large hill, small mountain, whatever you want to call it, where the wisdom tree is, right in Los Angeles by the Hollywood sign. And so we picked the shortest trail to it, which meant it was a trail that kind of went straight up. No edges, no boundaries. So if you took a wrong step and slid, you went down the side of this all the way to a ravine by LA. Like you're gone.
Very dusty.
Very dusty
rocky.
And like small pebble rocks where it's like you kind of slide a little bit. There were areas where coming back down, I actually couldn't feel safe enough, and so I just sat and like scooted on my butt. So I was very dirty by the time I got to the bottom. But in that case, David had walked ahead with the person who was with us who actually performed the wedding, and so they went ahead, and then the other two people who were with us to photograph the wedding stayed with me and held my hand, and I was like, my new husband is gone.
Oh, and Tethys is asking an important question. Can we have a distinction between NK and NK? And then, of course, the answer is no. The whole point was dissimilation, right? And so it's going to go in one direction.
So you're not going to get Nga. You're going to get Nga. Or Nga.
Yeah. Nga more likely than Nga.
Yeah, because there's a bigger distinction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So we are done regaling you with stories of hiking, and I can show everyone there my scar on my knee to prove that you can't let me do crazy things, otherwise I may be in the hospital again. I love Bubba says, "You left me in a Finnish forest." Sounds like a line from a romance drama, rom-drom.
Let's see. By the way, Miles is asking when the next season's going to start. And
It's gonna be
no reason
the
for
16th.
it. Yeah,
right?
no reason for it not to start on the 16th.
Yeah, we have a trip in between the 16th and 23rd, but it's entirely in between those two dates.
Yeah, in
and so
between Thursdays.
after we get back from Kopikon, we should have a normal Thursday schedule all the way until Thanksgiving, I believe, unless something comes up unexpectedly.
Yeah.
But as of right now, Thanksgiving should be the next Thursday that we'll have to take off.
Mm-hmm. All right, new Let's Have a Booba season after Kopikon as well. Remember, those are Tuesdays 1 to 3, 1:30 to 3.
Danielle has to
PM
leave. Have fun with the choir.
No.
Joining a queer choir. That sounds cool.
Mute at that time, see? I got it.
And also, Danielle, can't wait to see you next week.
Mm.
Yay!
Okay.
All
Thank you.
right, so, David.
Yeah. Oh, right. I need to do two things. One, I need to move this over a little bit. And I need to do the same thing with this one. All right. Did we do negation? I know we did negation. Right, Alta.
It's funny that you asked that, and I'm like, just one moment while I try to find out. Oh, Karis is here.
Oh, our Karis.
Yay! All right. So yeah, we've done
some good stuff.
a little bit of everything, I think. We could add in, we have the X's where the orthography would be sometimes. We don't have any relative clauses outside of subject and direct object. We could either do those or delete that so it's not just example that you know. I think that would clean up the grammar. It looks like everything else has a real live example.
Do we have a verb for to give?
That is a wonderful question. Yes. Wikfa. Wikfa.
Okay. The fox who hugged a cat saw a rabbit. Okay, so we would need the fox to whom.
Mateus, I'm partial to your, like the fingerless gloves that are like rainbow stripes. They're like stripes like that.
Oh, I thought Mateus was asking in terms of weather.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mateus.
it's going to be colder.
Mateus is like always able to handle weather that I can't handle in clothes that don't cover all the skin that I need covered in that weather. Mm-hmm. And so I figure Mateus is going to be just fine.
Yeah.
Bring multiple layers so you can stack them up if your arms get cold.
If you want to pack lighter, you can pack at least one fewer shirt.
That is true.
All right.
Oh my god. An LTS pack with me stream. we could do that.
Yeah, actually, like at the moment, by the way, and I was planning to do this for LangTime Chat, even though we haven't done it yet and I have no ideas for it, but
I need to write down, I need travel size things.
we have a paid Zoom account right now. We're going to use it for Kopikon, obviously. But we should be doing things with it while we paid for it. So, for example, we could host a Zoom where all of us are just packing.
That's what the podcast episode is going to be. Okay. Yes. I just remembered a few things that we are out of for travel stuff. And I keep thinking, oh, we'll get it before our next trip. But that's coming up. Whee. There won't be any sun, I see.
Did we have a word for flower? Yeah, we do have a word for flower.
Are we going to give a fish a flower?
Oh, it's a fox.
We do have fish, though. And we have flower.
Oh,
We've got all the pieces.
What was I doing? There's a passive in here.
There's a passive in our example.
Yeah, to whom the cat gave a flower. That's what the fox to whom the cat gave a flower, because it was a needless passive. Okay. Saw a rabbit is still the same. Shell quiche. And then saw a rabbit.
Madeline's going for a 5 a.m. walk to make sure the clothes she wants to bring are warm enough. Because it should be about the same temperature at 5 a.m. where it will be, during the day in Scotland. Madeline, hats off.
You better adjust that clock of yours once you get over to Scotland. Obviously, there's going to be a huge time difference, so start waking up later.
But you know what? It'll be nice to know that we have all the crowds covered. So Madeline, you're taking point for the morning people. We're taking point for the night people. Oh man. I in all seriousness, I used to wake up very early in the morning, and so I used to be normally outside taking a walk at 5 a.m. in part because that's the only time of day that it's bearable in Texas during warm months, and so that was a big part of it.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
right,
babe. I should be like hanging out where you are.
No, that's all right. Look, I remember.
This is pretty normal. I tell David what work needs to be done, and then I have fun reading in comments and seeing what's going on there.
I just need to.
Ooh, also this week, if you missed it, David had a special live stream on Monday, celebrating the 10th anniversary of his book, and so if you missed it, it's there on David's Art of Language Invention channel. So yeah.
Shoot. Okay, I think that's right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right, Jonathan. You had to leave partway through. So yeah, it continues. And it was, I thought it was a lot of fun. I had fun watching along and shouting comments at David.
I'm glad. And I'm glad people showed up. I was afraid that nobody would show up. But some people showed up, so that was nice.
It was right at 2 hours, Jonathan. So the 2 to 4 was an appropriate time frame. Because I think you ended it right at 4. It was
1:58, yeah.
Okay.
2:58, 3:58. You know.
You want to try again, babe? So it was an hour and 58 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, give in the past tense is something.
Give in the past tense?
Third person singular past tense for give.
Was that one of the forms that we actually have? Perfect, yes. Third singular perfect. Wikhew. Wikkhew.
Wikkhew.
Yes.
Wikkhew. Well, George, you're talking about 20,000 subscribers. Like, that's a lot. Have you seen Bibloridian and Artifexian's channel? And they had that many subscribers like more than 10 years ago. It's been 10 years and I only have 20,000. It's not a big deal. At least within the context of, conlanging YouTube, I would say. Okay. Sheshelkish Wiwichel ich cat gave flour to. We're gonna use the olive? I think that we're gonna use the olive.
We don't have a note on here for like the argument structure for to give.
Yeah, well let's drop the olive in here for the moment, and then we can discuss that. Because obviously there are a number of different ways to do a double clause structure, or double object structure. Amen, says the languages. All right. Let's okay. All right, we're gonna go up here. Sorry, I'm having an allergy day. What the heck's going on with this world at the moment?
Well, I don't know what you're asking about the world, but I think you're having a bad allergy day because it was, landscaping day, and that always kicks up junk, and we haven't had a lot of rain, and so there's lots and lots of dust in the air.
Thursday.
Yeah. Problem of having open windows.
All right. Negation. Where would we?
Oh my goodness.
Where's the who does what to whom section?
You mean the noun case section?
Yeah, we didn't do an example though. There's not like an argument structure section. Anyway, I'm just trying to decide where to put this. In verbs, maybe?
Yeah, because it would be for any ditransitive like verb. Is that correct? Like to send, to give.
Here, let's just start writing something.
Or
and
we
see
could
if it's
add
fun.
it, because you've got commonly associated with exterior destinations for allative. You can say also used for secondary objects and ditransitive constructions.
We certainly can do that if that's what we decide.
Oh, okay.
Lahakish is a nominative accusative language. Meaning the subjects of intransitive and transitive verbs both take the nominative case. Objects take the accusative case. Ditransitive verbs. Boop. All right, and let's do our example. Okay, so is we kill quiche, po fife, and then right now I'm just going to do whatever the allative of cat is.
God, we have cat in this document so many times.
We got a table for cat.
Oh. Okay. That is dog, cloud, rain, eye, cat. Olive, wahi.
Wahi. Double H. Okay. That is obviously one way of doing it. There are a couple of other ways. I'll be right back. We should look at how we did it in Hauha.
Let's see. In Hauha. Move this over so I can. Goodness, that's right. We have a million pages of orthography stuff. Do. Let's see. It gives the grass to the mouse. Okay. For definite direct objects, a double object construction is used where the second object is the patient. The primary object of the ditransitive verb is the recipient, and it occurs in standard object position. The next object is an optional adjunct object and is a patient, the thing given. If it is an indefinite direct object, a genitival phrase is added directly after the subject. This phrase is likewise optional. And so...
I heard what you said and I remember it. So since I have control of the screen, it would be nice if I pulled it up. Sorry. So where is that section?
Pages 34 and 35. My cursor is there if you join me.
All right. So this is the section. For this, uhu is mouse. And so you can see essentially this is accusative, this is accusative. So wechubram vuhu wachova. The dog gives the grass to the mouse, but this is the core. This is an adjunct. So in other words, with this verb, you can actually have it without the thing given. And it would be the dog gave to the mouse. Gave something, you know. Down here, similar thing, but here the adjunct is in the middle, and it's a genitive phrase. And it's indefinite. So the dog gave of grass to the mouse, but it is still optional. So that's really, really cool. That is good for Hauhoff. I'm not sure that it's necessarily what we should do here, but let's write it up. So this is the option using the olive.
And I also want to, for anyone wondering, I also want to point out that it's necessary to figure out the exact verb structure of Hauhoff for this particular construction, because the perfective auxiliary actually occurs before the object in their sentence structure. So you have to know which of those two objects is the primary object.
Right.
And so the way it happens with definite versus indefinite and the way it's going on, it makes sense with where these auxiliaries came from. In Lo Hakish, it works differently.
Yeah. I'm going to write up a couple of different options. What's the genitive of grass? It's probably off five, right?
It is po, P-O-O.
Oh, that is the genitive of grass. We're doing flower. My bad. I got it. Ashaif.
did answer your question.
You sure did. Oh.
The sun momentarily hid out there. I'm going to try to find where you are.
Oh, sorry, page 13.
There we are.
Okay. So Jess, I came up with 4 options here. The first option is to use our allative. It's a new case, and so since we have it, we use it. Do we have any other... Is this language sensitive to definiteness in any other way?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It just says expressed in other ways, but we don't say what ways.
Okay. That's fine. That's better, because then we don't have to be concerned about it, like, you know, how some other construction interact with it. Okay, so this one, we just use the allative. It's a case, and we have it, we use it. In this one, we use the same word order as Hauhoff. We use the double object construction, so this is double accusative, but that's it. So in other words, the extra stuff that Hauhoff has, it got jettisoned in this version of the language. And so this is gave the fox, the cat, a flower, the flower doesn't matter, a cat, the cat doesn't matter. All right. This option, we keep it. This is basically exactly Hauhoff. And you know what? I'm going to actually do this so that we get more and more Hauhoff as we go. So we'll save that one for later. This one uses the genitive to give the sense of a indefinite object in giving. So this is the fox gave the flower to the cat. This is the fox gave a flower to the cat. And then this one is exactly like Hauhoff. Same cases, same order, same rules about dropping arguments. And I think to help everybody out, oh, why not? Let's underline it. Gosh, I hate that thing. This is going to be we're going to do object and recipient. Come on. All right. And in this case, it's going to be
I have an idea floating in my head, but I need to look at something before I say.
okay.
So don't go anywhere. Okay, I need to read one more thing. So I was I don't know how we would do this. In looking at these, it doesn't make sense to me to keep the halaf way. Either of the bottom ways with the definite versus indefinite.
Oh, either.
It's not, because so much of what happens with the language is based on the fact that a lot of their grammar things came later, including the way that case is marked, including the way that, there aren't the same kind of auxiliaries. Instead, there's actual, there are inflections on verb forms which get treated differently. However, I think it would make sense that the argument structure itself was inherited where the understood primary object is the givee rather than the given thing.
Okay.
I thought we had an ablative, but we don't. We don't have from anywhere, but we do have a name that means from the fire, but I don't know how we got it when we have no preposition meaning from. So anyway, I was very confused. I got stuck going down that little path. But I think another option would be to say the recipient is accusative and the thing given is, out of the flowers, this is, this flower is given.
That's essentially what the genitive was.
Okay. Do you see the from the fire though?
Yeah, it came from Sarkishe, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. So I just saw that the name and I saw what it meant and I wasn't super paying attention from there. Okay. So anyway, I want to throw that out as a potential. So I guess genitive then for the object. What we think of, the patient.
Okay, so then
But it wouldn't be a definite indefinite distinction. It would just be like the second example, except instead of whole fife, it would be a fife, or
all right then.
Is that the genitive? Yeah, a fife.
It's with a sh for some reason.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
And so I think this could be to make up for the lack of a poll in the week. Our viewers should get the option to participate in a poll right now.
Okay. Oh, I told Jake that they were in my dream as well this morning. And a very specific one, for the month or so long Pokemon quest I just caught Cobalion.
I remember this. Okay.
And and it was 2 stars, which means it wasn't the best. 3 stars is the best. And so I told Meridian that I would trade it to her. In the dream, I traded it to Jake, not Meridian, because Jake was there. I was like, well, you've got a Cabalion, and it's not good. Let's just trade him. So we traded him, and the result was they were terrible. They were really not good. And you know, Meridian, of course, was betrayed. This is Pokemon Go. Okay, what are we doing?
Finding out whether
What do
people
you
prefer
like for our
top, middle, or bottom.
Double
Ditransitive?
object, or yeah, no, let's call it ditransitive verbs. Top orange, middle yellow.
And while David's typing, I'm watching a video of Lavuna.
Top is, again, we're going to use our allative case. That is, we have the cases, so let's use them. Middle is the double object construction. They have regularized it from Helgoff, and it's now just 2 accusative cases, the first one being the recipient. And then the green is, I guess they did the same thing, but they associated the given thing more with indefiniteness than definiteness, and so that one took over. So yellow and green are the same, it's just whether the object of the given thing is going to be getting the kind of more definite accusative case or the less definite genitive case.
Oh. Lavuna found her position. That is one good cat. And now David can watch the video.
Yeah, I'm very excited about
now
this.
that we're waiting for you all to vote. Vote for your favorite.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's a good video.
Well, not only that, that thing that...
That nice fluffy blanket.
Yeah, that is something any cat would love. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that pet. Whoa. You don't know what you're missing. Oh, yeah, you get it. You put your little... Yeah, you put your little snout right in there. And are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? Oh, she's sitting down. She's lying down. Oh, that's good. All right, hold on.
She gets snugged.
Hold on a sec. Jonathan, please, you'll know what to do with this. Lavuna, you are a very, very good cat, and I approve of you. There we go.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Let's see. Is Biblaridian voted yet?
Biblaridian, who we also get to see next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Seems like bottom is winning.
It does.
Jake says the voice note is very loud.
Hang on a sec.
No, don't make it louder. Bib has voted.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, I look forward to hearing the real Jake in person next week.
All right. What did you vote for, Bib? I have to know. I have to know.
Waiting.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting too.
We're just staring. We're very good entertainment as we wait for Biblaridian to divulge secrets. Which Australian was that an impression of, David? That's what Karis wants to know.
Ah. All right. Pip voted for green, so green it is. Oh wait, I should.
I would have voted for orange, but I don't think it would have helped based on the distribution of votes.
I assumed you were voting green.
No, I would have voted for orange. I'm just saying it makes historical sense that it could have inherited the argument structure without inheriting the definite indefinite distinction with those.
Yeah,
that just
I do
made
too.
sense.
But I thought that it would take the accusative, not the genitive.
Ah. Jake voted orange.
All right. Well, then that is what it will be. Objects take the.
We should celebrate, David. We did something.
We will, but I want to write it up. Just give me a second.
This is my little happy dance.
All right. In ditransitive constructions, the secondary
Secondary.
You know what? I don't even know. The direct object, we'll call this the patient, follows the recipient. The indirect object, the recipient, and takes the genitive case.
Miles, I like how you spell the colors.
Technically an adjunct and not required to form a full sentence.
Is everyone leaving before us, or does everyone pack insanely early?
I know that Danielle is leaving before us in packages.
Right. Okay.
And I thought Madeline? Or is Madeline just staying later?
I don't remember. I just know a lot of people are talking about packing, and I'm like, I was going to do that on Monday night or Tuesday. God, we have all day Tuesday.
Yeah,
I'm going to do it Tuesday.
We have all day Tuesday.
Oh, okay. You're leaving tomorrow. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. Well.
Karis. I will lay, we are keeping like game stuff out and things like that, so that way it's out and visible as we need to get it all, but and we feel that languagist.
Driving. Madeline, are you going to have a car? Are you going to have a car at Kopikon?
Or driving to the airport on Thursday. Maybe? No, wait. That doesn't make sense because I thought you were going to be there. Are you not getting there on Thursday?
Kopikar.
Oh, speaking of, for anyone who not in our Discord or just missed the photo in Discord, David and I presented
Kopikar. Sorry. Just so excited. This is basically college. She's now the one friend that has the car.
Anyway, David and I presented at the LA Comic-Con this past weekend.
Yes, we did.
And while we were there, let me tell you, we walked up to the entrance where we needed to register, as get our badges and everything. And there was a bright red van, a magical bright red van with a giant pop-up stand here and get your picture thing beside it for Kopiko.
That's right.
We were so excited. So we definitely got all the pictures. And today when we celebrate, I'm doing a focus Kopiko. I'm going to let David have his choice. I don't know that he was as big a fan as I was of the focused sugar-free Kopiko. More coffee, less sugar.
I'm not as big a fan, but like I don't hate it, like the way I do like just regular coffee.
Okay. I like this better than regular Kopiko. I like regular Kopiko. I really like this. So you might say, j'aime le Kopiko, j'adore la focus. So anyway. Are we bringing these? No, Karis. If we do, I'm not sharing them because we have like 4, like candies.
Oh yeah.
We're bringing the regular Kopiko. But I'm totally gonna. Well, I don't want to order, stuff as we're getting ready to leave because I don't know if it'll arrive. But I'm totally gonna order some of these for myself.
Yeah. Okay. So like, where are? Sorry, my focus has been split. Where are all the places that we're gonna have Madeline drive us? Like this changes everything.
Speaking of, I talked to Kay this morning.
Yeah.
And she's going to send me a list of places where she thinks we should eat.
Nice.
And so
we gotta
add them to our list.
Google Doc.
And so, yeah. I'm glad David picked up on what I was saying. What I was saying was, David, if you don't like these better than the regular, save them for me because I love them.
All good. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, fun fact, I used to drive a Focus.
There's Carl in the chat. Carl, the receiver of the first copy of Jesse's book, as far as we know. Kopiko, the official sponsor of Kopikar, the official car of Kopikon.
You're doing great, baby.
That's right. Stay safe. Always take Kopikar home. Madeline is always there to drive you.
I am literally sucking on a coffee bean. There's no added sugar, no added caffeine. It's just all straight from the coffee bean itself. Oh my goodness. If you don't like coffee flavor, do not get this. It is Kopiko to the max, reducing, again, no, sugar-free. So, yeah.
I do want to say, though, for those, because I am somebody that will not drink coffee without sugar, and without a lot of sugar. I have a low tolerance for extremely bitter coffee.
Excuse me. I don't put that much sugar in your morning coffee.
Flavoring. Okay. I can still happily take those Kopiko Focus.
Okay.
I think they're good. I just like those better. Oh.
Mateus won't take it. That's good.
Madeline
and yes,
had a
it's
Kopiko
Kopi
today.
concentrated. Woo!
Well, I mean, Madeline, I suppose you could have tried it before Kopikon, but then it also could have been a thing that, you try it live on camera.
David likes doing that to people.
Yeah, and then we all do like the Kopikon, the Kopiko around you as you do it, I don't know.
Now that they're getting bigger and a bigger presence, at some point they're going to realize we have hijacked their name. At some point. We do rep them, though, and we bring candy, and we do make it about the Kopiko.
I want to believe that the reason that they showed up at LA Comic Con is because they're like, dang, there's a lot of chatter about Kopiko in Southern California for some reason.
It is the first time I've ever seen them.
Yeah.
Out and about.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, though, as long as we still stay relatively small, we're fine.
I also got to remember to make my list of rock words for Kopikon Rocks.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Don't forget your rock words if you're going to Kopikon.
Mm-hmm.
Be ready to rock.
Yeah. Madeline's going to be... Are we going to get videotaped?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You already know us. Like, I have discovered that people that I talk to and chat with a lot online, when I meet them in person, it really is like we have spent all that time together. It works for the most part. Mm. Anyway, now we can go back to that relative clause example and do it correctly.
I don't really have distinguishing word. Well, you know what? Let me wave my finger around.
Woo! She's doing it!
In Jwadi, I do have words for rock, of course. Related, which isn't an actual rock but can feel like a rock, I do have words for fossil. And then I also have words for stalagmite and stalactite. And so, like, I do have, like, cave-like words. And that has to do with rock formations.
Hmm.
So it's not like a type of rock, but I do have rock formation-like words. And words for things that feel like rock but aren't.
Yeah, and I stand by that, Jonathan, by the way. One that says when I met them at Kopikon, I said, now that I've met you in person, you make sense. This is true. And you continue to make sense. You have continued to make sense thereafter.
That is really funny.
I like to think I'm not too
Ooh,
different.
ice is a rock. I do have words for ice. An icicle.
Ice is not a rock.
That's what Jake says.
Well, Jake got it from Madeline, and I'm not buying it. Ice is a rock. Get out of here. If ice is a rock, wood is a rock. There, I said it.
You said it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the by, the relay is going to make a return trip through me.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons I wanted a return trip was because, you know, my biggest fan of Jwadi is going to be there. And so I need to have some lines in Jwadi. Mateus, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted the return trip of the relay so I could do that. But now I'm also excited to, like I said, collect my rock words. I'm actually going to make a note right here in my newly started notebook because I filled up my old one. Gather my rock words.
Also, Jake, to be clear, oh gosh, Biblaridian with the from the top ropes. Ice is a monomineralic rock, which means that water is a type of lava.
That's amazing.
Oh man. Anyway, I had toyed with the idea of going back through the list for our Kopikon relay, but it really depended on how quickly everybody participated, and it didn't go as fast as I thought it would. So we're just kind of capping it at the one. If I had thought of it earlier, that would have been cool, but I didn't. So, you know, it's a little bit of an abbreviated relay, a little rushed. But I'd say there are a lot of things like that for Kopikon.
We're not currently waiting on orders of things that we hope will show up before we leave that we desperately need to take with us for the conference. What are you talking about, David?
Yeah. By the way, I was like looking at you, essentially pretending that you were a mirror. Because it's not Jesse who's in the time crunch. We'll just say that.
No, my presentation is ready.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean I've got all the other little pieces of things we need to go. I practiced it again this morning. I keep kind of tweaking little things. I'm kind of nervous about my presentation, so I'm, you know.
You're nervous about it for the right reasons. I'm nervous about it as in it's nowhere near done, and I'm terrified that it won't be done. That's why I'm nervous. That's a different type of nervous. That's a bad type of nervous. Oh my gosh, such languages. How did I not think of that? I was on Game of Thrones. Obviously, this one is Kopikon with 2 I's. And the future one would be Kopikon with 3. Also, I don't know if you noticed this. When Game of Thrones was airing, right? Because the original Game of Thrones font, it has one line through the O of throne. That was just the font. For the second season, they put two lines. I don't think that was planned. They were just like, oh, hey. And then for the third season, they did three lines. And so everybody's like, well, what, for the fourth season, is it going to be 4 lines? Is it going to be a V with a thing next to it? But that's when they stopped it.
Okay.
And now essentially the standard font has the 3 lines through the O. Like that's what you see most of the time.
I was going to say, yeah, I didn't realize that. I am. In fact, we're
3con.
You're trying to see where you are here. I'm just going to.
My God. It's the languages. It says 8th season, a circular harp. That would be cool. Anyway.
Yep, there's 3.
I'm just going to throw it out here just as kind of like saying it as a little bit of a reminder, halfway to a commitment. Kopikon 3 needs to be 2 days. Kopikon 3 needs to be, I like what we're doing, that we're essentially going from 12 to 5. I like that, but it is obviously not as many talks as we would like. It needs to be 2 days like that.
Scroll up. So there's, I tried to make it big here. You can see there are 3 in the Game of Thrones font. And the middle line is bigger than the 2 lines on the sides.
Mm-hmm. And this, by the way, this isn't an official font. This is just one I downloaded from the internet. Love Bibleridian. It says, I'm almost finished with the slides for my talk, but I've reached the point where the self-doubt is starting to creep in.
100% Bib. I get it. I get it. I get it.
You hear that? If people like Jesse and Bibleridian can doubt themselves, then you're all right.
Do you, okay, do you talk about differences in people?
Mm-hmm.
It is a very exciting time that my book is finally out. I'm terrified. Literally terrified. And it's the same for talks like this, especially when it's something that's so, if it's meaningful as a person to yourself, I get very nervous, and so that's why I keep practicing and tweaking it. And yeah, I how many times in the past few days, David, have I been like, you sure it's okay? He doesn't know what my presentation is, but about my book, I've been like, oh my God. Anyway.
All right. Okay, so we've got our indirect object example in there.
I'm going to take the giant Kopikon away. That was there just for demonstration.
Do we have an add position?
An add position?
Yeah, at all. Do we have any prepositions in this language at all? Have we created one ever?
We have the comitative, and that is it.
Comitative.
Undao. That's the only one.
And it assigns the genitive. All right, let's do that. So with. I like filling this out. It's gonna make me happy.
My goodness. Don't know if y'all are hearing that, but my goodness.
Sister Languages asked if Kopikon is a word in one of the LTS languages. No, but Kobi is to eat, and then Kaubi go, or is it Kaubi ko is a word in Ingala?
It is. I think it came out as a G though. And then in Mokutishu, Kopiko means
That's
like
right.
market, because it's like buy sell or something, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
And yeah, there would be no N at the end because they don't have codas. Rat language.
ooh.
Do we have a word for dance? Because we need a word for dance.
No.
Okay, we need a word for dance. Do we have a dance in Haugoff? No. Unbelievable. Can I talk really quick about, like, because I always thought for the first expansion that I would have a dancer class. I'm really excited about the dancer class, and like in my mind, I always imagine like a fox and kind of a little tutu with ballet shoes, like dancing. Anyway, dancer class, very excited about it. Basically, it's kind of like the bard class where like there's a fixed set of dances, and you can execute them if you have the correct number of movements available to you in order to move that distance, and you have to be able to execute a figure. So it's a little bit like old style figure skating. So in other words, like if there was a rock in the way that you couldn't move through, then you couldn't do that dance, and so you'd have to like put yourself in a position that you would be able to do it, and then you do it, and then it has some sort of big magical effect. That was my idea for the dancer class. I'm very excited about it, but I realized it just wasn't happening, and so I swapped them out with the carpenters at the last minute. I needed to put a lot of thought into it. Anyway, dancers would have like kind of low health, low attack, low defense, and everything, all of it would just be put into movement. They'd be able to like clear the board in one move. They'll be able to get away from everything because they need to have it to execute their dances. Anyway, all right, sorry. Back to whatever we're doing.
Apparently making a word for to dance, although, like, is that something we need to finish what you were working on?
Yeah.
And so you want to start with Helva?
Yeah, let's do that. I think it could be the same word. There is coming, ready to play test the geomancers. So the rabbits and the mice will be geomancers. They have a and the beavers as well. They have a spell that allows them to burrow. Brr. Is that something?
What is something? I'm getting Lexergy pulled up here.
If anybody wants to throw out suggestions for what seems like dancing.
Okay. I've got some ideas now.
There wasn't high in Haugoff, but it died.
What's that?
Sorry, I'm looking at our IPA chart. I put Haugoff's IPA chart in case people wanted to look at it. Apparently there was an I in Haugoff at one point, but it died. It's brown. I don't even remember that.
Ooh, that could be fun. Okay, let me pop these into Loha Quiche.
Let's see.
Okay, so David.
Got a suggestion from Miles here. I want to throw in, see what it looks like. Yes? What do you mean here? Oh, that must be the wrong phi. Yeah, it was. Interesting. Yeah.
So I was running 3 forms through, because I was trying to figure out how to break up. We already have MER as a root form. But I was going to do something based on Meridian's name, because when I think of dancing, I think of Meridian.
Oh.
And so Deam, to take the end of her name, comes out as Jum in Hauchof and Dim in Lo Hakish. If we did a schwa, im, schwa, r, we would get mar and mar. But we already have an mer, so if we did mear, we would get mea or mir in Hauchof and Lo Hakish.
I like that.
And then we could also do RID, I guess, if we want to do the rid.
Mar is birch tree, and
Yeah,
Mer is sibling.
And so if we only did like im schwa r, we'd end up with a mer. Im schwa r is still the modern form for Hauchof, and I don't think that that's different enough. If we did the mear, we would get mer. You know, we would get that kind of diphthong, which is at least a little bit different.
Ooh, and then it would be long.
And then, in Lo Hakish, it'd be mir.
I really, really like that. So I think we should do that, and I want to use Miles's suggestion for something else, because that's a really good form. It's a very Hauchof-y form. It's a very doggish form. I really like it. But yeah, I'll write this up.
We don't have anything for to turn or to spin in Hauchof. That could be Miles's word. Like to turn.
Oh, to turn.
To turn around. To.
Yeah, I like that. Give me 1 second. I have to double check something. Oh.
Or it could be to tap. You know, tap dance. To tap.
Mm. Okay. I started with Lo Hakish for some reason.
Oh, you're over in that document?
Yeah.
Let me join you.
I've already done it all there, so now I'm going to go back to...
Including the English side?
Yeah, I did.
Babe.
Very sorry.
You're taking away my... Oh, but I see something you did wrong.
Thank you for fixing.
Fix it.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I appreciate that.
I'm not fixing it correctly, apparently. There we go. Now I think I got it.
I was only in the Lo Hakish sound changes. What is it in Hauchof? Like the modern form?
In Hauchof, the modern form comes out as M-E schwa R, mer.
Oh, mer. Okay. That's cool. That's really cool. Ah, to sleep, perchance to dance. This sleep is Mea.
Nice.
I'm actually surprised that there hasn't been some sort of like singing and dancing version of Shakespeare.
Surely there is.
God, I would hate it so much. I'd have to see it just for that.
You mean Lion King the musical?
Yeah, no, like Shakespeare musical theater must exist, and I mean like hardcore musical, where even when they're just talking, it feels like they're ramping up to a song. You know. There we go. Jonathan might have a real example.
By the way, we also don't have anything meaning to scratch.
Oh, that's weird.
In Hauchof. So that's another one if you think that the form that Miles suggested is more scratchy than turning.
No, I like it for turn.
Turn? Okay.
Does anything happen to it in Hauchof?
To what? Sorry. Mer?
No, faire.
Oh, I don't know. What was it? Was Phi E.
A-H.
Okay. Whoop. Whoa. Let me get the right. Phi E A H. All right. It just does the E schwa thing again. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. That is one of my favorite diphthongs. I actually not even like this, because I have this language, right? Nolith, that I did for the Shannara Chronicles. And it has the lax mid vowels followed by schwa a lot. So it has and o, and that is the one in Nolith. And I think it has as well. Kuleth. Yeah, I think it has that one. So this is to turn around. Okay, good. All right, to scratch.
What happens in Lohakish?
Oh, right. I've got those sound changes.
Okay.
It comes out as fee.
F-I-I-H.
Yeah, and I don't think anything funky happens with the. Oh, it does. Right. Okay. Oh, Jess, I don't remember if we already talked about this, but did you tell everybody about the book you're reading?
Oh, that I read, and now I'm reading to you.
Yes.
I did, Shady Hollow.
Okay.
I mentioned it last week.
Okay, just making sure.
And that book I can hold up for you. But yeah, if you weren't here to hear it last week, I've read a book called Shady Hollow by Juno Black, which is a portmanteau, or just a name, created name, for two authors who work together. And yeah, it's a cute, cozy, if you recall, the cozy murder mystery that takes place in a little town that is just filled with little critter inhabitants. And it is delightful. The one of the main characters is a fox named Vera, and her best friend is a raven named Lenore. And yeah, they're solving it. I don't want to say much more about it, because not only do I not want to spoiler for anyone who might read it, as you should, but also I'm reading it to David now, so I don't want to we're about a fourth of the way in. I don't want to give anything away.
It's really good stuff. It's almost perfect. Modern. Okay, they do have just a regular H. All right. Dance of the Nights.
Dance of the Nights?
Class Shakespeare, my lord.
Aww. No, not yet. Usually by the time we go to bed, we work all the way up to the point where I tell David I'm about to pass out from exhaustion. And by we work, I mean he's still working, because my brain is already dead. And so I usually by that time there's nothing left in me for reading. But it's while we've been driving, so we've had to go to Los Angeles several times this week, and we're going to have to go again. And so I'm going to bring the book with us again. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll read to you tonight, because we'll just be like in a... that wink suggests maybe it won't be reading. But anyway, yeah, I will... I will be excited to continue the story for David.
I don't like white chocolate. In fact, since we're on this subject, not to burst any bubbles, I don't like white chocolate and I don't like chocolate milk. I hate chocolate milk. And of course, when I was growing up as a little kid, that was the big treat, Be like you're at a sleepover and they're like, and we have chocolate milk, and everybody goes, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
God, I love chocolate milk. I still love chocolate milk.
It's...
And Miles, no, I don't use different voices, and I made sure David knew going into it that he would not get different voices, and so he knew. He gets my reading voice.
Mm-hmm.
I did try, though, to imitate. There are a lot of S's in the little, as the snake is talking.
That reminds me, though, is there going to be an audiobook version of your book?
I have no idea.
Do they do that?
I have no idea.
Because it feels like, especially for a textbook, that's kind of that's like an ADH thing, right?
Well, there's a lot of things had to be done to make it device reader compatible for text to be put in, and
so
then like
Braille.
Yeah, like the voice just comes out like what are those called? The automated reader things. And so a lot of things had to be done. So like in terms of formatting and stuff, there's a lot. For example, the advanced section. So there are sections that are earmarked for people who are looking for a bigger challenge. And right now they had to be just marked with like a little cog icon. Because my original idea was to have them printed with like a gray background, so that way you would like immediately see they're in a box, they are separate, this is like extra information, but that formatting could not come across to like an e-reader well, and so instead it had to be marked with like an explicit icon that could be put in there, and then I actually wrote all of the alt text, and so there's alt text for every chart. The tables had to be made readable by certain standards. So anyway, like everything was supposed to be e-reader friendly, but I don't know that there will be anything beyond that with an audio version. I don't know. Chocolate is so good. I am not surprised that Matisse hates chocolate milk in general. I actually don't mind white chocolate. It's my least favorite kind of chocolate, but chocolate's better than no chocolate. So like, and I like it in certain flavors, like with macadamia, because white chocolate macadamia nut cookies. Like, come on now. I love those. I know David doesn't like them, but he also can't have nuts, so he doesn't know. But my favorite is dark chocolate, then milk chocolate, then white chocolate. And I will eat all of them.
I just don't think of white chocolate as chocolate.
I mean, that's fine. It does have a different flavor profile, but,
I'd say white chocolate is closer to wax than chocolate.
Oh, I would love to have Jake's Macadamia Blondies. Oof. Oh, and by the way, there is a limit we found on how dark chocolate can be before it is not as enjoyable to just eat. We got 100% dark chocolate. It's just a chocolate bar that was like 100% dark chocolate. We're like, ooh, let's try this. We love, usually it's like the higher the percentage. David and I are like, that's better. Once it hits 100, let me tell you, we had to like eat it with things, because it was rough. That had left the realms of chocolate and entered the realm of something else. And so we did find out there is a cap on how far it can go. I think 85% is probably a good cap that could be put on it. 100% is earthy is a good word. I found if I ate it with candied ginger, that kind of helped, because the spice from the ginger and then the sugar that came with the ginger, because a lot of candied ginger has a little bit of sugar on the outside, kind of help offset it.
Okay.
David.
To scratch, let's just do something that's underrepresented.
And what would that be?
I don't know. You?
You? I thought we had to do funny things to get you.
No.
Do we?
No.
No? Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at Halkov specifically.
Halkov, we need you. Do we, oh wait, that's Lo Hakish. Let me get in the Halgoff to make sure I'm not testing forms that we already have. I know we only have a few, but like that would stink to already have what I'm testing.
And we can have these, vowel ones. U followed by any vowel comes out as wa.
But then it won't be in the U section.
Why not?
Wouldn't it end up being...
No, I'm sorry, not wa. Wa.
Oh, I was like, then it'll be a W. Like, I thought the whole point was to have a U. So UA and then uvular, the X.
Oh.
That comes out as uach.
That's pretty good for...
And then in Lo Hakish...
You're right. I'll do that one. You keep the Halgoff open, and I'll keep the Lo Hakish open.
Okay. Oh yes, I love candied ginger. Like I just eat it like snacks.
Ooh.
I'm glad our local Sprout store just sells it bulk, and so I get a bunch of them.
All right. Well, I like this. So.
Okay.
It's just U, schwa, h, right?
Regular A, U-A, X. You can put it in yourself, but
That's...
U-A-X, the uvular, comes out as U-A,
I am...
U-A-X.
Oh,
because the
put
uvular.
it next to K. So that, wow. Okay. I gotcha. Yeah, no, I gotcha. Wow, that is interesting. Because the for the vowel combination, U followed by any vowel turns into wa with a schwa, wa. But it's that ch
that saves it.
That drags it down. Wow.
Goodness gracious. There we go.
I mean, it's actually... Oh, no, it's not the same because it's wa with a velar.
Yeah, it comes out as a velar.
To scratch. Good. All right, and I have got it cooking over here in Lo Hakish. Comes out as uch, uchel, uchbo, uchtov, ucha. Okay, got it. Oh.
What?
Crashed.
Like everything or just pages?
Just pages.
Well, I put the English side in. Let's see, that one. I was seeing if we had a verb with an X at the end.
Probably not, because it's kind of rare. Those things usually come out as shut. It's the U that prevents it. Oh. I got one of them shoulder aches again.
I'm really sorry.
Not as sorry as my shoulder's going to be when I replace it. It doesn't want to open up again.
Oh, we have a GH verb.
There we go.
I was just trying to find one to copy and paste. I was trying to find something good to copy and paste.
It is all right. I know what I'm doing with it.
I did the English side, so that's there. Yeah, I see the ish. Okay.
Oh, this is our first verb.
In the use, yes.
Yeah.
I wanted to qualify. It is not our first verb.
It's also
Just in our first in the
We also don't have a verb in the V's, so maybe we should make a V word.
babavoom,
Or Vera.
beer.
So it's ooh. It's M, so it goes here.
Oh, Languages. You might be talking about my dialect. Because I'm an egg and a leg speaker. And so that's usually associated more with Missouri, Oklahoma, that kind of area.
Everybody says that here.
Hair.
What? Wait, what?
I was just making fun of the way you said here.
Oh, here. Yeah, I suppose. But also, that's why it's the expression lay an egg. It's the same vowel. It's not lay an egg. It's lay an egg.
It's not an expression because of that. It's because that's what chickens do.
They
lay an egg.
There is a reason that they use that verb as opposed to any other verb.
They didn't sound the same in Old English when they started using lay with egg.
It would have been set an egg.
Oh my God. David. Anyway. Yeah, I know, right, Jonathan? LOL, what is all you can say sometimes when David starts going on. We also don't have a noun in our V section.
Really?
We've got 3 adjectives and 1 particle.
Hmm.
And that's it.
Okay. Just takes that. Protoform is that. Let's just scratch. Okay. That's done.
Yay!
Let's gussy up our V's. Oh, also it only says there's 3 words here. That's not true.
Oh, up top?
Yeah.
It's like, uh-oh, did our things get out of sync? Do we have... Oops. Okay, so we didn't import Dawn, I guess. From Halgoff into Lo Hakish.
Let's take
Beta
a look.
AE is Dawn. We also have Mountain is BAX.
Oh yeah, there's tons of stuff. I don't know. I maybe I didn't get to the V's. There was one day where I ported a whole bunch of vocabulary over, but I think maybe I just didn't get to them.
Oh, to help is and to say.
Perfect. All right, let's actually start with a verb because that'll be easier.
We didn't bring in to help or to say?
Well, to say has a whole thing.
Okay, so let's ignore that. To help is beta ER is to help.
Yeah, and it's going to come out as vir, virgo, virbo, virtov, vira. Perfect. Nice and regular.
I'm in the wrong language. To help. Vir.
Okay, perfect. Beta ER to help, to aid, to assist. All right, now let's grab that sexy mountain. That should be a song.
Grab that sexy mountain.
Grab that sexy mountain.
The right one, not the left one.
The right
V-A uvular X.
Vach, vach,
Vach.
vach. Easy. No changes at all. Not even for Omvach. How about that? Interesting.
What do we spell V-A-K-H?
Yes.
Just making sure. Oh, to aid, to assist. I did not get those in there. I only did to help. To assist.
You have a word for a regular mountain or just a sexy mountain?
All mountains are sexy. Well, yay, we got those
Nice.
entered.
No adjectives beginning with W.
Well, I feel we have a lot of no adjectives, you know, throughout. That seems more normal.
Mm-hmm.
Like M has a lot of entries and there's not a single adjective in there.
Dang.
And so anyway, like that to me was not astounding. It was just kind of weird that V, it was all adjectives. That was very different from what we had entered across the board.
Cool. All right. Well, let's just add some more words then. Oh. Oh my God, Miles. Oh,
Do you wanna
Miles. Can you
add-
grab me a pizza? Oh.
That actually sounds really good. Do you want to add more words that we already have in Halva? And so like just
Yeah.
import them? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I mean. Oh my
Okay.
God. What is going on with this? Oh my God.
You're missing all these sounds, Miles.
I gotta drive up to LA later tonight.
I know. And you have someone who doesn't help, but who will be reading to you. I hope that makes up for it.
You know, after my parents got married, Grandma Isha used to gently remonstrate my mother for making Steve drive all the time.
Gently.
Yeah. She would bring it up often. Say, "Wow, you drove all that way, and Sandy, you didn't help out." Like, you know, he likes driving. He doesn't mind it. Well, you know, he's getting older. He'd get tired. They were in like the 30s.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Oh, Madeline James is going to be on a stream in 10 minutes.
Ooh.
We don't know what stream. I would let you know, but I imagine if you go over to her YouTube channel, then you will be able to find a link to it. That sounds fun. Ooh, fish. Womp, 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 womp.
We didn't import to leave, H-A-E, Hai, and Helga.
Where's the word for fish? I want to do fish real quick.
We already did fish. I told you we had fish in there, and we could have given a fish a flower.
We did have fish in there. Okay, to
Mhm.
leave is what?
H-A-E in proto-form, and also in Helgaf modern form.
Oh, and you thinking about doing something like getting a little from or something and adding from?
That actually had not occurred to me, but now that you say it, yes, David, yes, I am thinking that.
All right.
You read my mind.
Oh, wrong
Does that stay H?
Yes, it does.
We don't have a single H noun.
Really?
I'm gonna go look for some nouns.
All right.
I see why we don't have any. What do we do with fur? Did we bring that over? Were we gonna bring fur over?
It's already something.
That's like the only noun that's not like an adjective noun, like quiet one. Otherwise, that's why we do have the writing system, but the H form is because it's from like the plural for the bones.
All right.
So like that's why we don't have a noun that starts with an H.
We might have to have a different.
Came out as high.
We might have to have a different ablative preposition. It's because it starts with an H. Well, wait. It would assign the accusative, wouldn't it? Which starts with an H. Hehobram, from the dog. Hahobram.
But we could
Now we need a different ablative. Unless you had an idea.
oh, well, I was gonna say from like to turn or turn around, our new verb, because the idea being that it turns and goes back the other way. We don't have just to go. To walk is boom. To run doesn't actually show up on its own, but we do have that protoform lach. So ideas being, like things like if you go, if you run, if you walk, you could be going away from something.
Because the problem with turn around is that you need to say turn around from something.
Yeah.
Not you turn it around.
Oh yeah, I'm just throwing things at you.
Anybody else have any hot ideas for ablative sources? Oh, and Madeline is going to be on Cody the Writer's channel in 5 minutes. Cody the Writer. And Cody is Cody. So hop on over there.
Could come from Veed. Because if someone's leaving, all you see is their tail.
Interesting.
And so then it could require the genitive?
Where was that tail? Oh, Gavid.
Veed.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, kind of like this. So,
I say come from to see because you can see them walking away.
so we have ondao already. Ondao, which is comminative.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, because like onvid makes sense. It's a little long. It's a little long, but I like it. I think it's okay. What do you think, onvid?
Oh, sure.
You like it? You really
What does it come from? Where does that?
Locative.
Oh, okay, at the tail of.
Yeah.
And I'm okay because they're, the case markers are going to take care of a lot, and so I'm okay with the prepositions being a little bit weightier.
Okay.
Umbeat. From.
Nice. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm very happy with that.
Yay!
All right.
So now we can say one more preposition.
Yeah. Excellent. That's actually a really big help, because sometimes it's like you need to say that, and then it's like that creating that is going to be a whole thing, and so it's just like you can't just create a word for that. Let's do a noun that starts with H.
Just gonna make one up.
We can hawk off one up. There's got to be a.
Nope. I'm looking at it. I told you the only H is fur.
We can do a reduplicated version of that.
What's it gonna be?
Let me find out. Hammam is what is like makes sense. Hammam. Do you like hammam?
What is it gonna mean?
For
Oh, I thought you said we already had something.
we already use that form grammatically for our plural, and so I wanted to have it, if it was going to show up at all, which it didn't necessarily have to.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it should show up in a different way, like a reduplicated form. But we could just do an entirely different word for refer. But if you like hammam.
Kind of reminds me of hammy from Ingala.
Yeah, it does. Which
Where?
is fluffy.
Yeah.
Wow. That could lead to like some false etymologies, some folk etymologies.
Which, of course, I think was our thought as we made hum, fur, and halgoff.
Oh.
But this is much more on the nose.
Well. I think we must. And I would say it is much more on the snout.
I hear you typing. There it goes. It finally updated. Okay. Okay. Him. Woo! Well, what a good note to end on.
Yeah. Just want to double check that there are no surprises in the cases, because I didn't put them in. There are not.
Yeah, right, 'cause this is our first.
Yeah, so that is good.
Yay!
Oh my god, I just thought of a crazy other idea.
What's that?
What if there was a back formation off this? Because, ham becomes hammam. Because has what is our plural, right?
Mm.
And so it's actually interpreted as mam is the word for fur.
So we're going to take it away from the H?
We're going to take it away from the H. I think it's a really good idea, though. Oh my god, Jesse!
I will accept the idea, but yeah, we now no longer have an H.
Okay, we'll make another word, I promise. This
Okay.
is so... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, I hope somebody's still watching and they're excited. Because I think it's a good idea.
Well, you can leave it in the H and mark it archaic and then see ma'am.
Oh my God, yeah. All
So
right.
that way there's still an entry there, but
there we
like
go,
it's
there we
not
go, there we
used
go.
anymore.
Yep. Okay.
Because I don't think we otherwise have enough time to try to figure out a new H word.
Okay.
It would show up in old writings.
And then let me just make sure. Perfect. Affirmation. And then the initial. Okay. How about after the second H was lost from the fully reduplicated form, the initial HA was reinterpreted as a plural marker and subsequently removed.
Yay!
Oh my God. This is so cool. This is like the coolest thing in this language. And it's the last thing we will ever do.
Well, I wouldn't be that dramatic. We are known to return to our languages, David.
From time to time for reasons.
For reasons indeed.
But yeah, I am very happy with how this came out. I hope that you are too.
I am, yes. And so thank you all for being here this last final episode of the regular season 7 episodes. Hopefully you can join us next week at a random time while we were in Scotland. And we look forward to seeing whoever can be there, there live. Otherwise, we look forward to having whoever can join us online there with us as well.
Yeah. This will be your chance, by the way, to see some of the folks that chat in the chat on video.
Yes. And then after that, we are excited October 16th to start season 8.
GTA.
Ndak.
All right. Have a wonderful week. For those who are traveling to Scotland like us, safe travels, and we look forward to seeing you.
And make sure you've got your travel authorization if you are traveling from outside the UK. All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.